What it do, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Marriage DC, Season 2, Episode 16 review. I want to tell you guys, I just dropped a video, a PSA video, to T Squad members, subscribers, viewers, watchers, whatever. Before you watch this review, make sure you check out that video. Watch that video, please, because I would hate to have to block you. That's all I got to say. Watch that video, come back and watch this review. So we pick up where we left off last week with dinner wrapping up. It is tension in the air since the Petties have arrived. Dinner is wrapped up. Everybody goes to their rooms. The next day, we see Arena and Jamie in their room discussing Clifton speaking to Quick and saying, like, it seemed like he wanted to, speak and like make amends or whatever. Now, when I was on Ashley's channel last week, she said that actually Clifton came in the house. He spoke to everyone but them and Sharella. He literally bypassed Sharella and spoke to Black, sat down, and then said, got up and went to go speak to Quick. And she said that was one of the other reasons why he kind of looked at him like, please. Okay. So I guess either Arena and Jamie didn't see that or they're negating that. I don't know. I wasn't there. And they also both say that Clifton did not get in Ashley's face. Now, this is my opinion on this situation. Whether you agree or disagree, I could care less. For me, did Ashley come in hot? Yes, of course, she did come in hot or whatever. And not saying that was right nor wrong. Yeah, you have to, if you putting out that type of energy to somebody, you have to be willing to or expecting to get that type of energy back. Did he lean over into her? Yes, he did. Did he have a reason to? No, he did not. They were close enough that he heard every word that she said because she was very loud and very vocal and they were in a suite. So when he did lean over towards her, did he lean over her? No, but he did lean in on her, and that was unnecessary, as it was unnecessary for her to come in screaming and yelling at him. They both were wrong in my eyes. Sherelle and Winter are in the kitchen cooking breakfast, and she says that no one is holding Joy accountable for saying Black is a bad businessman and he cheated on his ex with her. And I agree with Sherelle, because even though Joy and Clifton are good friends with the Petties now, if they're telling you this is not true, what this person said, you weren't there, then none of the rest of you all were there to verify if this is true or not. So I think that's pretty reckless to go around and say, and I would say that to Joy. There's no way to prove what you're saying is true or not unless you got proof or whatever the case may be. And that is very reckless, and that is detrimental to this man's career and to his integrity. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that Joy needs to be accountable for some of the things that she says. You know what I'm saying? Because this man has to provide for his family and have a livelihood. You know what I'm saying? Winter feels Arena needs to tell her that, she's wrong or whatever. I don't feel like she needs to tell her she's wrong, but I feel like she needs to tell Joy that you have to be careful with what you say about people, because words are very damaging and they will go along with you through life. So, it's Valentine's Day, so Yusha gifts Winter a poem. I'm giving you a 4-page letter. And he read it out loud for everybody to hear. And he gave her a box of chocolates, and he gave her some Louis Vuitton glasses for Valentine's Day. Now, I reached out to Winter to ask her if it's okay if I give y'all the behind the scenes tea on what was going on during this trip, because it will add a lot of context to what we saw this week and what we'll see this upcoming week. So I'm waiting on her response because y'all want to know this tea, okay? So Winter is very happy. She's crying and, she's in a good space. So Irena tells Winter that the Petties aren't coming skiing, but they are going to come to dinner tonight. First of all, they grown. Why are they asking y'all to tell Winter that they're not coming skiing? Why couldn't they pick up the phone and call her and say, hey, thanks for inviting us skiing, but we're going to stay back. We will get with y'all later on for dinner. How hard is it for them to call and say that? Why do they have to use Irena as a mouthpiece? Like, grow up. And the next thing that is said from Ashley is, sound like they should have stayed at home. And at this point, I'm feeling the same way. Like, y'all not staying in the house with them. Y'all were late arriving. You're not going skiing. Why are you there? Oh, because it was mandatory that you show up because production said you had to be there. Oh, okay. Like, come on now. Like, they are just a little bit too entitled for me, Joy and Clifton. Like, I just cannot. So Irena was like, so we can't just be cordial or whatever. And Sherelle was like, Winter told me what happened at the Wizards game. So that whole situation comes up. Irena says that Clifton didn't lean over Ashley. Ashley was like, y'all team petty. We get it. Y'all always agreeing with them. Da 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 da. And Irena is like, no, you were wrong. We're telling you you're wrong. And I'm going to say how I feel. Da 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 da. So Jamie was like to Ashley, you ain't gonna take no accountability. And hearing that come from him is the biggest joke of all, because I got wind that he was on Carlos' channel and was interviewed by Dustin, and I heard, because I haven't watched it, I heard this from Sheridan, my good girlfriend, that what's his name? Dustin specifically asked him about him having Twitter fingers and getting into it with people. Didn't say my name at all. My name was not spoken out of Dustin Ross' mouth. I guess a guilty conscience will say everything, because he immediately went to what happened between he and I, lied, said I was coming at him, I started it, and I'm doing it for clout and all of this ignoramus stuff, child, that is so laughable. It's not even funny. He got on their line saying he don't know me. He didn't know that I had breast cancer, which is a lie. You can go and watch my interview where it was mentioned. You know me because you were subscribed to my channel. That's how I even got the interview with you in the first place. You know me from liking my pictures on Instagram, following me on Instagram, but you don't know me. Okay, girl, I'm not going to play with you, but okay. So hearing that come from his mouth of all people is hilarious. So Sherelle was like, she made accusations about my husband, and Irena sighs like, and I'm like, that girl got a right to feel however she want to feel about somebody coming for her husband. Same thing it would be for your husband, but we all know you don't care about that man. You could care less. So, they all go skiing, and lo and behold, guess who shows up? The Petties, because I'm betting big money. The production staff on site, producers on site, reached out to Carlos and was like, they said they ain't going skiing. And Carlos probably 9 times out of 10 had to make a phone call and tell them, y'all have to show up. That's why they were there. Come on now. So they show up, and they sit down and have a conversation with the Tylers, and Irena brings up breakfast and how their name came up and what Ashley had to say. And Irena really starts a lot of stuff on this show if you pay attention. She really does start a lot of mess. I'm really starting to see that she's a bone carrier. So Jamie asks, will they apologize? And Joy was immediately like, apologize for what? Like, we didn't do anything. Like, absolutely not. My husband will not be apologizing for anything. Da 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 da. So then Arena tells them about the Duncans were upset because, you know, Black feels some type of way about the things that she said about him and her refusal to sit down and talk to him and this, that, and the third. And she was like, well, they could just be mad. Da 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 da. I don't care. It's not happening. This is my thing with the whole Joy and Black situation of it all. Y'all were in a band. Mambo Sauce. It didn't work out. You said he had bad business practices. Your other claim is that he cheated on your friend towards the end of their relationship with Sherelle. Outside of this business situation, how does that affect you? And even with that being said, how does it affect you now? You're no longer in this group. You still have a successful career singing on boats or resorts, wherever you singing that, child. It's not affecting your life. He didn't take your dog. He didn't steal your bike. He didn't harm you physically. He didn't call you out your name. I don't understand, whatever happened that is so bad that you refuse to even have a conversation with him. And we're hearing that you refuse to even film with them. It seems to me like you're making a bigger issue out of something for a storyline. It just doesn't add up. Like, why can't you be on a reality show with somebody that, hey, you might not like him, you may not like the way he move or whatever, but you should still be able to, as an adult, be in a room with this person and just not talk to them. So that's why it's giving me very much, are you telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Because this is weird. It's weird. It's weird. There's people out here in this world that I don't like. But if I had to be around them, I could be around them and keep it moving. So that's why I'm side-eyeing Joy. It's just not adding up whatsoever. So that night, everybody's at the cabin. They order pizza and wings. It's hella awkward. Nobody's talking to each other. Everybody just sitting around looking at each other. It's just so weird. Arena has Terry, the life coach, pop up on everybody as a surprise. And this is why I say she's a pot stirrer. So Terry come in and immediately she points out Joy and says that she had a connection to her coming up. And Joy is immediately on guard. Just immediately on guard. As Ayanna could say, you know, when Ayanna get to doing this, she's on guard, like arms crossed, legs crossed, body turned in the opposite direction. She was not prepared, ready, wanted it, nothing, like, nope. She was on guard, defensive. So Terry brings up her father and says that, you know, she has some things going on in her life where maybe there's some resentment towards her father not being as present as he could have been. Joy says that her father was there for her at the dinner table until he became a single father. And she says, so Terry was like, so he was perfect. She was like, I mean, he was perfect to me. And I was just like, why are you being nasty towards this woman? Like, why are you being rude? Like, you cannot believe in whatever she's saying or doing, but she wasn't being rude or disrespectful to you. And I didn't understand why she was being rude to her. Like, it was totally unnecessary. Totally. So, Clifton in his confessional says Terry came in with an opinion premeditated. Well, if she came in with an opinion that was premeditated, where did she get that premeditated opinion from? To the left, everybody turn your head to the left. Arena, she the one that asked her to come there. So if she knows anything about Joy, where's she getting it from? Arena in production. So why she got an attitude with Miss Terry? She should have had an attitude with her friend for bringing her there, because she the one that started all of this. I'm just saying. So Joy don't want to open up in front of the group, which is fine to me, you know, because you don't want to reveal personal stuff in front of people that really don't like you. I get it. But that still didn't mean that she should have been nasty towards that woman. So Terry was like, I feel like you're judgy. I don't feel like Joy is judgy. I feel like Joy throws a rock and hides her hand. She like to say stuff, but she don't like to say it to your face. That's what I feel about Joy. Ashley rolls her eyes. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Ashley over there rolling her eyes at Joy because she talking all around the mulberry bush child. And Arena in her confessional even says that Joy was being defensive. And she was. Joy in her confessional was like, I didn't know that we came for therapy. Once again, your friend did it. So Terry was like, are you struggling in the group? And Joy was like, I'm not struggling in the group, which is a lie. Terry was like, are you getting along with them and them to you? And she was like, no. And Ashley was like, that's a struggle. And Black over there talking some, I'm biting my tongue, man. I'm biting my tongue. Like they are sick of her and her shenanigans. So Joy was like, I feel like you're trying to lead me somewhere. I feel like you're trying to lead me somewhere or whatever. Ashley agrees with Terry that Joy doesn't take accountability. She's talking about Joy. So Joy had a right to respond. Joy responds, snippety. Ashley responds, snippety. They going back and forth. Mind you, the whole time, Clifton was sitting there looking towards Terry or in that direction. As soon as Ashley started talking, he did like this and was looking over at her while she was speaking, right? So as they're going back and forth, Ashley says, there you go looking at me, little boy. And then he says, what? Like, huh? So nobody else was looking at her. That's all I'll say. And I don't even know how to even respond to that. I'm trying to figure out if I don't like you and you don't like me and we've had words and then I'm having words with somebody, whether you're in a relationship with them, cool with them, and you looking at me as I'm speaking to that person. Yeah, I probably would say something slick too in that moment. Like, what you looking at? Like, you got a problem too? You have to put yourself in that context of, I'll be like, what you looking at? Like, we don't like each other. What you looking at me for? So I kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's childish or petty, I kind of get it. You just never know how you react to stuff in the moment. So Black confronts Joy and says that her claims aren't true. She says they are. And I'm like, well, if they are, back it up. Give us some evidence. Because at this point, it's a bunch of he said, she said. Black says he was there for her when they were in the group. He looked out for her. They kicked it. They took pictures together. She's saying all that's a lie. He was like, I don't even know who this person is sitting across from me. She once again says it's a lie. She said they were never friends. Sherelle jumps in and says that she didn't get with Black until he broke up with his ex. She said they didn't do anything until they broke up. I mean, it'll be crazy to lie about it now at this point. Y'all married, got kids. They ain't been together in how many years? Him and this other girl. Like, if it did go down that way, why not admit it? We together now. We married. You know what I'm saying? We'll never know because we weren't with them. So all you could do is go on Sherelle and Black's word. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand Joy feeling some type of way if it did go down like that and he did cheat on her homegirl. I wouldn't really want to have much for you either, but there's a difference from being disrespectful than just avoiding somebody. Once again, if it did go down like that, it's okay to be in a room with them and just not interact out of loyalty to your friend, So, Joy is like, is there anything else you want to talk about? Like, with a little attitude. And I was like, girl, you better be glad Sherelle ain't get up and go kick you in the head with one of them thighs, child. So Terry was like to Joy, you're very judgmental. And at this point, it seems like Joy is really aggravated. So Black says that up until 6 months prior, he and Joy were fine. They were speaking and everything. She's I swear to God, this man is lying on me. So help me, God. He is a liar, Lord. He is a liar to the 10th degree. He is just being a whole liar. I can't deal with this. And then at some point, she puts on her jacket and goes outside. And that's the end of the episode. So this is my thing. If y'all were corresponding and Black said that they were emailing each other or something to that extent, I want to see the emails. We need to see the email proof, because if that's the case, and something in my spirit is telling me that Black is telling the truth. And now with us knowing that Clifton and Joy made it their mission to get on this show and position themselves to get on the show by getting engaged on a news show and all of this type of stuff. Now the word on the curb is they ain't even really married. And I can see it. I can see her trying to use that as a storyline, like I said. So I need to see this proof that they were corresponding 6 months prior to filming. Because if that's the case, then everything that she's saying is not credible. And that would further back up what Black is saying about she don't want to have a one-on-one conversation with me because she knows she gonna be proven a liar. And Joy and Clifton come across as very opportunistic. Yeah. I don't trust them, Bernie. I really don't. I don't trust them at all. They seem more like business partners to me. Overall, though, I'm going to give this week's episode of Love and Marriage DC, I'm going to give it a B+. It was a decent episode. It was good. It was good. So, yeah, y'all make sure y'all check out that PSA video that I got out right now to you guys. Make sure you check it out and take heed to the warning. The block is hot. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.